What's going on, members of the Smoke Force? It's your boy, the Haikage. And you know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and have ourselves a quick One Piece rant. So now that the Egghead Island arc is finally over, I was going back over it, and I've noticed a whole lot of similarities between Sadabody Archipelago and Egghead Island. It's parallel because you can see the huge difference in what happened in 2 years from when they first met Kizaru. And plus, mind you, Sadabody Archipelago is where technically, for me, the show One Piece actually started because that's where things really got serious. Sadabody is where we learned as a crew that we're not strong enough to take on any pirate crew that is currently in the new world. And we seen how weak the Straw Hats were when they fought Sentomaru and they went up against the Pacifistas. Not only that, they went up against a Admiral Kizaru. And we all seen the result of what happened at Sadabody Archipelago. You know what I'm saying? The entire crew was still fatigued after their big battle back on Thriller Bark. Zoro was damn near dead. I don't know why he was even walking. He should just stayed at the ship. Sanji was not strong enough to take on Kizaru, and Luffy was gassed because he literally had to use Gear 3 to take out a pacifista. It literally took the vice captain of the Roger Pirates, the Dark King Silver's Rayleigh, to literally save the Straw Hats. Not only that, it took a warlord, Bartholomew Kuma, to teleport every Straw Hat away. So now we fast forward 2 years later, where our crew is now strong and they're at their peak, right? And just like we heard the rumors that Egghead Island is said to be the beginning of the big war, just like Sadabody Archipelago, because after they left Sadabody, that's when Luffy learned about Ace being captured and he went to Marineford, right? They just left Egghead. Eventually, Luffy is going to learn what happened to Garp, and he's going to go to Pirate Island where Garp is. This is also probably where Luffy's Grand Fleet is going to make their grand entrance, and they do that real big thing that we said that's going to happen. But I'm starting to get off track. But yeah, so now we fast forward 2 years later, and now we're here at Egghead Island, right? So who do we see here at Egghead Island? I mean, we see returning villains. We see CP0, we see Lucci. We get that run back. We obviously, he's stronger than him. But we are also getting callbacks from Sadabody Archipelago, and we're seeing now how strong our crewmates are now. I mean, mind you, Sentomaru was on Sadabody when all this happened, right? Sentomaru was there on Egghead, and he's seen how strong Luffy has gotten when he beat Lucci, right? Let's see here. At Sadabody, we had the pacifistas, right? At Egghead, we have a more upgraded pacifistas known as a Seraphim. And when I say a more upgraded pacifistas, these Seraphims are using devil fruit powers. So we have Sentomaru, who was on Sadabody, who was at Egghead. The Pacifistas, we have a more upgraded, stronger versions, the Seraphims. Not only that, Kizaru is also on Egghead Island. Also, I remember the girls say, but we're going to talk about that later. Not only that, we also got to see the one-on-one fight between Kizaru and Luffy. And this is, mind you, when Luffy kicked Kizaru with Conqueror's Haki coming off of it, he literally told him, I am not that same weak kid you seen 2 years ago. And Luffy proceeded to show Kizaru he was not that same weak kid. There was nobody came to save the Straw Hats because the Straw Hats did not need to be saved. I mean, just credit. Yes, the giant warrior pirates did come, but I'm seeing that as them being, they were waiting for the Straw Hats to get to Elbaf, but they were taking too long, so they went to go look for them and bring them right to Elbaf. Personally, for me, that was just crazy because I really see you see another similarity and another heartwarming moment of the Straw Hats from when they were weak to seeing how strong they are now. And it's amazing, bro. The character development that Oda has put into the Straw Hats, I mean, even into everybody into the world of One Piece is completely insane, and I'm loving every bit of it. But now that I got that, that similarity, rant that I really wanted to get off my chest, now I actually want to talk about a theory that we have that we're going to be seeing in the next upcoming chapters. So, like I said in the beginning of the video, in the manga, the Straw Hats have now left Egghead Island. So we already know where we're about to go. We're about to go to the home of the land of the giants, Elbaf. This is where we are getting the big theory and big expectations on getting Usopp an upgrade. But of course, we just can't go directly to our next island. Some shit just has to happen to where our crew gets separated in some sort of fashion. And that's exactly what happens because half of the crew is on the Thousand Sunny and it just randomly disappears with half of the crew. And then the other half of the crew is on the giant warrior pirate ship. And they're still sailing out on the sea. So now half of the crew is separated and they're gonna eventually meet up at Elbaf or somewhere else eventually. But what I want to talk about is what happened to the half of the Straw Hats that disappeared with the Thousand Sunny. And the Straw Hats that are missing are Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, Chopper, and I think Robin. I think Robin's with them. No. Nami's with them. While Frankie, Jinbei, Usopp, and Robin, they're still on the giant warrior pirate ship. I want to talk about where possibly Luffy and that half of the crew ended up at. So we learned earlier on, while we were with Blackbeard and they met Aokiji and eventually get him to join, we learned that, the man with the burnt scars has been known to be riding on a dark pirate ship that's just pitch black. And sometimes when you come in contact with it, you just instantly disappear. Not only that, it's theorized that the man with the burnt scars has a devil fruit. I mean, it's theorized, and personally, if you ask me, to me, it's like an 85% chance that the man with the burnt scars is Jagger D. Saul, the one Marine that was on O'Hara when Aokiji pulled up with the Buster Call. I hands down believe that is the man with the burnt scars, and I 100% think he is at Elbaf, and I think that's why Robin is still on the giant warrior pirate ship because they're gonna keep going straight to Elbaf. And speaking of Elbaf, we seen that silhouette that was literally waiting on the outsides of Elbaf, waiting for the Straw Hats. I think that is the person who snatched up Luffy and that half of the crew with the Thousand Sunny. Now, I'm not saying he had a devil fruit to make it to where it went pitch black, but come on. This is the world. This is the world of One Piece. So, if they have magical devil fruits, is oh, excuse me, it's I 100% believe in some kind of dark ritual magic to where you can make it pitch black. So my first theory and the first person I think it is who snatched up the Thousand Sunny and half of our Straw Hat crew, I think is the Revolutionary Army. And I think the person that actually grabbed them was, the guy that basically can manipulate crows and everything. I think he used a whole lot of crows and just snatched them up, which explains why it just went instantly pitch black for them. This could be Sabo coming to talk to Luffy, and possibly this could be Luffy finally meeting Dragon. Also, he can also find out from Sabo and Dragon that, Garp went missing after the big fight with Blackbeard after he saved Kobe. That's one theory. The second theory, this one I'm leaning 100 more towards because we've already seen something similar to this happening twice already in the show. So let's go ahead and take it back real quick. When the Straw Hats got to the Grand Line, who did they meet? They met a member of Roger's crew. They met Crocus, right, inside that whale. Later on in the Sarabody Archipelago arc, like I said, they met the Vice Captain, Dark King Silver's Rayleigh. So now, the person that they're about to meet is Gold Roger's left-hand man, Scalper Gabbin. Now, I don't know too much about him. All I know is that this man is a badass and he fights with two battle axes. And apparently, he was also there at God's Valley. It wouldn't surprise me if he knows like a magic trick to make it go pitch black so he can snatch people. It also wouldn't surprise me if he somehow ate a devil fruit. It also wouldn't surprise me if it turns out he's the man with the burnt scars. I have one more wild card theory, but I'll tell you later. If you really want to know, just ask me in the comments and I'll tell you there. But let me know what y'all think about this.